Hello, Internet! It's time for a different kind of Wednesday cereal. The guys at CCW decided to plug me a little bit by putting me at the top of the Friends of the Program on their blog, so I thought I'd take a minute and try to, talk a little bit about what they do and hopefully get some people who haven't visited their bit to visit their site. Though if you're visiting my vlog, chances are you've at least seen theirs. For those not in the know, there is two main members of CCW, or maybe only. Jose Melendez, who is a guy who works at Dreamland Comics down in Illinois, he has some great opinions to throw out about comics, and Elliot Serrano, who has done a lot of stuff for Army of Darkness sort of comics, and he is a great counterpoint usually, or if they come together on a point, there's usually something of worth there. And it's great to see their videos, though often they do run 30-40 minutes. Not for the meek, but if you do love comics, it's definitely worth checking out. Now, when I'm surfing YouTube, I have found actually a number of complaints against these guys. A number of people seem to think that they hate comics, which is kind of funny. If you ever hear them talk about Invincible, or actually even Invincible Iron Man, they will praise those comics to high heaven. I mean, quality stuff they love and they'll praise and they'll talk about why it's good, not just that it is, which is great and something that I certainly strive to try to do as well, and they're part of what kind of inspired me to try to take more that route. Whereas if there's a comic that they don't like, a lot of Marvel stuff written by Bendis recently, or even Jeff Johns wrapping up Blackest Night or Into Brightest Day, they will talk about why they don't like that, which is great to see, especially in such popular titles when so many people are just willing to praise it just because it is the big thing. These guys will sit down and say, this is a comic like anything else, break it down, say what works and what doesn't usually. And they certainly have their biases, but you should know what their bias is by the way that they talk about it, which, when reviewing, is the only way to go about it. Now, in these guys' WordPress blog, they have a lot of different faithful followers and people who are very common posters, and they all just, love quality comics, and that's great, and that's what everybody should be shooting for. And it's just nice to see that kind of group of people who won't dedicate themselves to a certain title or artist just because, but sticking to it because it is quality and it is worthwhile, and trying to shoot for those great comics. And it's just kind of nice to see that people are following where the quality is and not necessarily where it has been the past, and just because they are a fan they always will be. It's nice to see that people can change with the times. But I could try to talk about it. Really the best way to, know what they do is to just freaking go check it out. I'm going to have a link to their WordPress blog in the description, and if you check out the Friends of the Program for at least a little bit there, I should be on top. So hey, kudos, and I, again, really appreciative, and especially when these guys, the tops of the YouTube comic reviewing game, the fact that they'd want to toss me a bone means a lot. And I'll also, include a link to their YouTube channel so you can just check it out there, though I think it's mostly all interlinked. So yeah, definitely go check that out, and I should be back to see you guys soon with an actual comic review.